Hello everyone, welcome again. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how team members can be added and how you can assign them to different roles depending on their responsibilities and access requirements, and assign them to different conversations. And besides that, I'm also going to show you how the default action feature, Chat with Human, works. So this video is going to be an overview of team management. So let's get started. Well, as you can see, this is dashboard. From here, I'll navigate to team role and go on describing how you can craft your team's role. As you can see, we have two teams already added here, that is Super Team and Team White. Let's see what permission and access or roles that Super Team has. The Super Team has these 6 access or roles from this list, and Team White has the other 6 access. Well, here I'd like to inform you that you can craft your team's role however you want. If you want them to access only to live chat or only to bot manager or only 1, 2, or 3 access, you can craft your team's role however you want. So I will just create a new one and show you how I craft my team's role. I'll name it as Team Superior. Well, I'd like to give all the access from this list to Team Superior. So this doesn't only indicate that Team Superior has all the access. This also indicates that wherever member is a part of Team Superior has to play these roles that are given to them. So as you can see, now we have 3 teams here: Team Superior, Team Super Team, and Team White. Now let's go to team and see how you can add different team members and how you can assign them to different roles. As you can see, we have 3 team members already added here. That is Ron, Charles, and Wilson. Ron is part of Team Superior. That means Ron has to play all the responsibilities or roles that are given to Team Superior. Similarly, Charles has access, or Charles is part of Super Team and Wilson is part of Team White. That indicates the access or roles that Super Team and Team White has. Charles and Wilson has get those access in their team account and they has to play their roles. Well, let's just create a new member to show how just this really works. I'll click to create and give a name to the team member. I'll keep this email, update the password. Now here, as you can see, team role. Now here you get to decide which team you're going to assign Queen. Well, I'd like to assign Queen to Team Superior. Now here in the lower part, you can give access to the Telegram bot, WhatsApp bot, and e-commerce stores. And moreover, you can give access to multiple bots to one team member. I'll create this member. Well, this team member is visible now in our team, but the last login and last IP is not yet showing here because this email is not yet been logged in. As you can see, I have got all the access or permissions that I was given. And remember, I had given all the access to Team Superior, and since this team member or Queen is part of Team Superior, this team member has all the access from the team role list, and it has one bot connection or access as I had given in the bot access section. I'll go back to the user account, and remember that is my team account and this is my user account. I am showing both of them, so you have to keep track on that. Now I will go to bot manager and create a new bot, and I'll show how you can assign the conversation to a group or a team member. So I'll click to create, and this is the visual drag and drop flow builder, and well, I'll add the trigger words in the startbot flow. I'll add a title, and as you can see here, you can assign the conversation to a group or to user in the startbot flow. Well, what's the requirement of assigning the conversation to a group or to a user at the beginning of your startbot flow? Well, the bot flow will continue to go on like its general conversation. It doesn't make any changes, but whenever the bot starts any conversation, one of the agents, or if you assign the conversation to a group, all the group members will get notified that they are assigned this conversation with this user. Well, this might not be necessary, but if the team member decides to take lead on that conversation and start talking to the user, they can do that. So if you want to notify your group or your team member upon any new conversation, you can assign the conversation to a group or to a team member in the startbot flow. As you can see, there are all the teams are showing and all the members are also showing. You can assign these to a group or to any member as you like it. I'll just save the changes. Well, here I'd like to add a welcome text using the text element. Save the changes. Now I will use an interactive and add a body message like how can we assist you today and provide them with 2 buttons. Well, our focus is on assigning this conversation to a human agent, so we will just focus on that. I'll provide with 2 options. One is product details, and another one is human assistance. Well, as you can see here, in this part, in the human assistance part, you can assign the conversation to a group or to a user. So I would like to assign this conversation to a user or a group from right here. Well, I'll just assign this conversation to the new team member that I just added, that is Queen. So Queen will be notified if the user clicks human assistance. And I will handle the product details button with a random reply, like a text reply and with a file. Because whenever you've provided with a button, you must reply with something, otherwise the bot will not save. Well, now you have to handle the human assistant button, and I'll reply with a text. So whenever someone clicks the human assistant, this message will be sent to the user. Save the changes. I'll organize the bot, and the bot has been created, and the conversation is assigned to one team member, that is Queen. Now I'll save the bot, and as you can see, the bot has been saved successfully. I'll go back to Bot Manager. Now I will go to my own WhatsApp account that is private, and I'll text the bot as a user and see if the bot replies as it is supposed to reply. I'll write greetings and send. As you can see, the bot has replied with 2 options that I said, and I'll click to human assistance, and as you can see, the bot replied with the text message that I set. It wrote, "Great, one of our human agents will get in touch with you soon." So as you can remember, I had assigned the conversation to Queen, and I had logged into Queen, that is a team account, and I will now check from the team account that if Queen has got any notification from this conversation. This is the team member's account that I assigned in the team. As you can see, the team account Queen has all the access from Bot Manager to live chat and all, and as you can see in the live chat, all the conversation is showing. And from mine option, if I click to mine, it will only show the conversation that Queen is assigned to. So as you can see, this conversation was assigned to Queen as it is showing in the notification at bottom And as you can see, the assigned agent is shown as Queen. This has all the information. I'll go back to the dashboard, and then I'll go back to my user account. Well, you have to keep the track between the user account and the team member's account so that you will understand this more clearly. Well, I got back to the user account, and from here now I will talk about the default action feature that is chat with human, and you can find these in the action buttons. As I click to action buttons, as you can see, this is the chat with human feature, and when I clicked to chat with human, it opened in a visual drag and drop flow builder. I'd like to tell you that you can craft your chat with human reply however you want. You can create a full-fledged bot here, even using all the elements from this drag and drop flow builder. Well, if you want to drive or redirect your users to a certain way who clicks to chat with human, you can do that from here. And as you can see in the start option, you can assign the chat with human conversation to a group or to any of the user, or both to a group or to a user. Well, how we do need to assign the conversation to a group and both to a user at the same time. Suppose you assign the conversation to team superior, but you would like some other team member that is not in team superior to get notified upon getting assigned to this conversation. So in that case, you can assign the conversation to a group and both to a user, or just to a group, or just to a user. So here, I will assign this group to team superior, and whenever you assign the conversation to group, all the group members are supposed to get the notification that this conversation is assigned to them. And in the text reply, the reply that you're seeing, this is the default reply that the users will get upon clicking the chat with human option. As I have made the changes, I'll save the bot and go back. Well, in this point, I'd like to show you another feature that is in configuration, and as you can see, it's written here, chat with human action email address and no match reply. It suggests that you get to add a chat with human email here, so whenever someone clicks to chat with human and when you add an email here, bot seller is going to send an automatic email that will state the fact that one of your bot subscribers had stopped the robot chat and wants to chat with an human agent. So you can add an admin email or a team member's email, or whoever you think is the most important to receive the email. You can set the email here, so whenever someone clicks to chat with human, an email is going to be sent by bot seller automatically. Either the user is on the live chat or not. Save the settings. Well, now we are going to change some settings in our pod that we previously made. Since, if you can remember, I had assigned the conversation to a user that was Queen. Now I am going to use System Default Action option and set it to chat with human and save the settings. Let me tell you that when upon selecting this default action, you don't have to reply with anything else because the bot will reply with the default text message that you saw in the chat with human option. I'll save the changes. As you can see, it has saved successfully. Well, again, I'm going to take to the same bot, but there are some changes this time. The first time it was assigned to a team member, and this time I used the system default action that is chat with human. Let's see if it works. I clicked human assistance, and as you can see, this is not the same reply as the previous one when I set it to a team member And this sent the reply that was set in the chat with human as a default reply. So this reply is going to get to all the users, whoever clicks to human assistant, as a default reply. So now I'll go back to the team member's account, and since this team member Queen is a part of Team Superior, I'll see if it has got any notification from the live chat upon the assign to the conversation. As you can see, there is a notification conversation was assigned to Queen. So all the members that are in Team Superior are gonna get this email notification from the live chat. Well, here I'd like to say what will happen if someone clicks the action default button that is chat with human. I'd like to tell you that whenever any user clicks to chat with human or you set the conversation to chat with human, the bot reply will pause automatically. So it is important to note that you have to resume the bot reply after the conversation is done with a human agent, because the same user might need to talk with the chatbot afterwards, and if the user texts to the bot, it will not reply to the user because the bot reply will automatically get paused, because whenever you use this default action button that is chat with human, the bot reply automatically pauses. So I'll just show you how you can resume the bot reply. So I'll go to Subscriber Manager, and this is my user account, and as you can see, I clicked to resume bot reply and it has been updated successfully. And I'll go back to the dashboard. Well, this is all about today's tutorial. You can comment below if you want any new feature to be discussed, and we will try to work on that. Thank you very much.